I think he did it well, in that he started by speaking the language of respect that he's said that he would do, and it was also a frank kind of address where he told them some things that they didn't want to hear. And in that respect, I think people take him more seriously. I think people take you more seriously if you take them more seriously. The Bush administration used to say, we're out there to advocate democracy, and most people said, but that's not what you're doing. You're doing X, Y, Z. And I think it's much better to be honest about what the interests are, what you're doing, what you're expecting of them. They take you more seriously that way. So having all of this was good. I think he managed to begin changing the discourse, managed to get people to listen, managed to get people to respect him. But in the end, I think he's also raised expectations. He has successfully moved the conversation away from generalities and values into specific issues. And he enumerated a lot of important issues that are important to the Arab world, Muslim countries, as well as to the United States. And that's important. So in a way, he managed to shift from this broad confrontational issues of values and religion and culture and the history of the relations into the specific issues that he knows are important to everyone in Arab and Muslim countries. My sense is that it played reasonably well among the Israeli public. I think, frankly, the Israelis were expressing concern that they were not heavily consulted on this, that this was a speech to the Muslim world, that it will come at their expense. In fact, the president used his moral authority to make the case also for the legitimacy of the cause of Jewish nationalism and for the State of Israel. And just as he was tough on the Israelis, he was tough on the Arab side on that. And this may appear here to be a moral equivalency that may favor the Palestinians in the American context, where we say you're putting them both on the same plane. Well, how dare you? Because the Israelis have a more sacred cause. Well, that's not the way it's seen in the Arab and Muslim world. They say, how dare you? You're equating the occupied and the occupier. I hear that all the time. And so the moral equivalency works against him there. It works against him here for the opposite reason. And it's part of being frank. You have to tell them what they should hear, not just what you want them to hear. And I think in many ways, many Israelis, I think, were surprised and rather impressed by this, I expect. And I would expect that while they were concerned about what he said about the settlements, particularly the Netanyahu administration, remember that the president's main audiences were people, not governments.